Oh, oh. Got him. Oh my God. You join me down at my local park lake. I'm here for a day session and I've already got the rods out already. I fished this swim not that long ago, a couple of weeks back when the lake was defrosting and I didn't catch anything, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to come back and try again. And I've done a little bit extra pre-baiting a couple of days in advance for this one as well, to make sure that there is a slightly higher chance of catching. So yeah, like I said, I'm in the same swim. I've got an island out in front of me. It's about 100 yards to the other side, and there is a sort of sunken island. Really, it's a plateau now, not a sunken island, but it's to the left of the swim. I thought it was to the right last time I was here, but I made a mistake and got confused and then I worked out where it was. Like I said, the rod's are already out, so I've got two to the far side, and then I've got one on next to the plateau area. It's a bit shorter than it. I don't really want to go near it. It's very shallow on top of it. Yeah, maybe when it's warmer, maybe they'll be on top of it. It is rather shallow, but at the moment, I just think they might be grubbing around the outside of it, so it's worth putting one there at least. Like I said, two on the far side. I've got them about 6 foot apart, and I put a few spoms over it, and also a few spoms over the short one near the plateau. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the rods out already. I'm hopeful for a bite. Like I said, I've done a bit of prep for this one, so hopefully something happens. I'm going to give it about an hour or so, and then I'm going to talk about what hook baits I'm using and what's in my bait mix as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. Well, so far nothing, no indications or anything, nothing's really happened. It's been pretty chilly this morning though, so I think that might delay a bite anyway. It was frost on the ground this morning. Plus, this lake is absolutely massive and there's only around about 100 carp in it. So yeah, the chance of me catching is slim, but at least I gave it more of a chance by pre-baiting in advance. And not just I've done pre-baiting, I also spent time trying to figure out where the best place was. The sun hits the area on the far side near the island and near those snags, plus it's reasonably shallow, like anything between 2 foot and 4 foot around that area, so it's reasonably shallow. The sun hits it every day in that spot when the sun is out anyway. So I thought this time of year, it's cold, you know, the shallow water might warm up quicker during the day. And it's a place where they're safe because there's a lot of snags back there, a lot of tree debris in there. So yeah, I'm guessing that they're going to hide somewhere behind there. I have seen a big shoal of carp, probably at the end of summer, swimming up and down just behind the island next to those snags. So that is one of the reasons I picked it. The other reason is because the sun hits it and it warms it up. And when the lake was frozen, that was the first area to defrost, was sort of this end of the lake, this side. So that's the reason why I picked here. Last time I was here, I thought that was a good opportunity to get, you know, maybe there might be carp there and I might get a bite. It didn't happen. To be honest, it was really, really cold. A couple of days before, obviously the lake was frozen, mostly frozen, so it made it really hard. This time I've got more mild conditions. Obviously I did have a bit of frost this morning, but it's looking really, really good. I'm happy with everything at the moment. So I haven't mentioned my bait mix or my hook baits. So hook baits, I'm actually using ocean fruit bottom baits on all 3 rods, but I'm tipping them off for different things. 2 of them are on these yellow fluoro toppers. They're on test at the moment, and they're just meant to represent corn if you can't use corn on a lake. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. The ones I've got at the moment are flavoured in pineapple. I've also got plum if I want to change flavours, but at the moment I'm just going to stick with that. That's on 2, and then the other one is actually on half a fluoro pink pop-up, a 12 miller tipped off of it. So they've all got that colour tipper and a bottom bait, but the bottom bait is being pimped up a little bit. That's one of my specials. They're ocean fruit bottom baits, but I've just added a glug and a stick mix on top of it, just so there's extra attraction in the winter. That's it really for hook baits. I think they're pretty good, you know, a little colour variation on top of it, high attract with a high smell, so you can't get better than that. Also, my bait mix is a bit different this time. Last time I was mostly fishing with boilies, and I'm still mostly boilie, but I've decided to add a lot more different things in there. I've added 4 mil red lobster pellets. I've added flaked maize, sweet corn, and also this time I've got 12 millers in. I've got red lobster and ocean fruit 12 millers in there, and I've crushed up all the boilies, so like halved and crushed. So there's no big items in there, they're all small items. There is a lot of bream in this lake, and I was a bit reluctant about using pellets and flake maize and sweet corn, but I think it's high attract, and you know, might get a bream, but also might get carp. I've also added in some chili powder, just to add that extra, you know, flavour and coloration as well. It's slightly red. I've also added water to it to make it heavier in the spawn for casting, because obviously I have to get on the other side of the lake, but also I wanted to make it a bit more softer, a bit more easy to digest, because carp struggle to digest bait in the cold. They need to be at a certain temperature to digest food, so that's the reason they don't eat as much during the winter. So I made it softer just to make it easier for them really to eat and to digest. And also I've added ocean fruit glug over the top of that, just to add a bit of fishiness to it. So it's a bit more of a fishy, chili, you know, mix with some sweet corn and flake maize. So yeah, pretty good mix. I'm really happy with it. I'm definitely going to stick with that mix for now here, and every time I come down I'm definitely going to bring that with me. I'm going to see how today goes. If I don't catch anything, I will try and come back again. Because if I don't get any bites, then I'd rather just keep going until I do catch something. There is plenty of carp in here to go after. I just need to know where they are, and once I know where they are, then it'll be easier to catch them. You know, I might come down here with a single pop-ups and just chuck them out showing fish if I do start seeing showing fish on this lake. But at the moment, not seeing any shows, no signs of carp around. I've just picked an area that I think they might be at, so you never know what's going to happen. I'm happy with everything. I'm happy with the spots, happy with the bait, happy with the area. I just have to hope that the carp are here. Well, as you can see, I am back at the park. If you want to know what happened in my last session, Yeah, I didn't catch anything. It's been a few weeks actually now. It's definitely changed. It went from freezing cold, barely 6-degree days, to today it's actually meant to be 14 degrees. So yeah, crazy. Did have frost overnight though, but yesterday I came down because I've been pre-baiting this new spot, which is behind me. I'm on the far end of the lake, close to the outer bounds area. Apparently they've been down here in numbers. Carp, roach, pike, everything has been down here and been caught, plus the bream. Obviously I don't really like bream, but there you go. They're all down here. But yeah, like I said yesterday, I came down, obviously it's pre-bait, and I saw a carp show in the no fishing area, and also I saw someone fishing further down and he had a carp on. Definitely seemed like a carp, I don't think it was a bream. So everything is looking positive. Like I said, the rods are already out, but I will explain exactly what I'm doing, where I'm casting, and you know, about the swim a little bit. So gonna give it a few minutes and then I'll talk to you about that. Well, the rods were only out about 5 minutes, and then I had about 15 to 20 ducks on me. So yeah, I've spent a bit of time trying to get rid of them. So far, they seem to be gone, but it's quite clear, and I think that's the reason why I've had them dive on me already. So the reason I've decided to fish somewhere else is that on my last session, I did actually bump into a bailiff that let me know that a lot of species have been caught down this end, including carp. So I had to come down here. I could have gone a little more further down. That's apparently where they really have been caught as much, but now it's starting to be sunnier, it's starting to be warmer. I'm guessing they're going to be between sort of where they were and a little bit more further along. Basically, there's a no fishing bank all the way to my left, and I wanted to be close to that. That was my plan. I'm thinking that they're going to come along and then go along past where I am and into the no fishing area. That's my theory anyway. There's also used to be, well, I say used to be, an old riverbed along this side. Now, it has been a very long time since it was a river, and apparently pretty much that there's nothing left of it. Someone said that they saw a crease about 20 years ago when they drained it, and that was all that was left of the original river. But the original carp and obviously some of the stockies may still follow it, because there's going to be naturals in that little crease area. So yeah, there's going to be something there. I've gone about 9.5 wraps. Been recommended to me that it's a slightly firmer spot. I couldn't really find huge amount of firmness out there. It's pretty much soft bit and then a slightly firmer bit, so it wasn't too bad out there. So I got 2 on that area, which is obviously a lot more further out. It's about 2 rod lengths short of the original riverbed, and then the other rod I've actually got to my left, as far as I can go around the corner by casting in this swim. There's a tree that's sort of leaning forward a little bit and it's really difficult, but I wanted to put one to my left because that's the no fishing bank. What I really should have done is put my waders with me. I decided not to bring with me, but I could have waded out and then gone a little bit more further around that corner into the no fishing area, but oh well, there you go. I've decided to stick to the same hook baits as I used last time, plus the bait mix that I'm using, also the same. But now seeing that the birds were quite relentless on it, and I did have a few issues last time, I think I'm just going to switch to just boilie fishing. Probably more likely to use the ocean fruit. It's quite dull in colour, it's grey, so it's more likely to not be seen so easily by the birds. So I've been pre-baiting with that, but I just wanted to spawn because I just wanted to use the spawn because I felt like I could put a little bit of like attraction around those hook baits. There wasn't a huge amount of food. The pre-bait was, you know, over last 2 days have been pre-baiting, but I haven't got that much in. A couple of handfuls on each spot, not that much. I've kept it minimum. But I am looking forward to today. I think once it warms up quite a bit, it was a bit of frost on the ground this morning, and I knew it was going to take all morning before it started really warming up, but it's meant to get up to 14 degrees today. It's meant to be lovely and warm. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of carp. I'm hoping. But if I don't catch this time, I'll come back again. I'll literally just keep doing it. I'll keep doing it, you know. If I don't catch, next session. I'm not ready to pull it out as a video until I catch a carp. That's my plan. So I'll keep going, and hopefully today is the day. But if not, come back and keep going. Well, that is it. That's the end of my session, my day session here. Second session in a row with nothing to show. And I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Didn't really see any signs too much. Apart from literally right now, I swear that carp just jumped in those snags right next to me. So that was kind of weird when I've seen no signs all day. Just as I pack the rods up, and I've just literally, as I pack the rods away, something shows right in front of me. There you go. That sums up my session so far. I think next time when I come down, I'm going to do something different. I think I might come back to the same swim or this same area, and I'm just going to feed boilies in fish with a wafter or pop-up, and do something a bit different. Try and find out if there are carp here or not, which there could be, because I just swear I just saw one down there. But as it's warming up, it's getting sunny out, I'm sure I'm going to see more and more signs of carp around the park. So I'm going to keep going. I'm sure I will catch, but I just think I need to put a little bit more effort in. But for now, I'm going to give it about 2 weeks, be back again, and hopefully then I'll catch. So I'm off. Well, as you can see, I'm at the park, but the other thing is, I said to you that I was going to be back down in the week, and it's been well over a month, I'm afraid. Busy, doing editing and all sorts of things, but I'm back down. This is actually the last week, so that I can fish it for a little while. So yeah, it has got close season on it, so I'm gonna, yeah, so I've got literally 2 day sessions planned for this week to get this done. I've come down to a swim that I've fished before and caught before, so that is my reasoning why I've come all the way down here. It's completely the opposite end of where I was last time. It's quite shallow, not really shallow, but quite shallow around here, and they might be here. They usually are. I haven't seen any signs just yet, but they don't normally show themselves too soon. But they do show themselves eventually here, and that's when you know you're going to get a bite. So I've also come down a bit more light this time, so I've only got my rod bag, as you can see there, and I've also brought like a rucksack, which you can probably see there. Ooh, there you go. It's like a rucksack bag chair thing. Stay in here for a couple of hours. If they're not here, move on somewhere else. I know a few swims they might be in, but I've got the day to try and catch, so let's get those rods out and hopefully we'll catch something today. Well, it's been a little while since I've got the rods out. You probably have noticed that I've gone down to 2 rods. That is because obviously I've gone down to minimal gear, trying to get down as quick as possible to the lake, get the rods out as quick as possible pretty much. That was my plan for this session, just because I knew I was going to come to this swim, which is my favourite swim on this lake. I've caught pretty much all the carp I've ever caught from this lake in this swim. Doesn't mean that other swims don't do bites, they do, but I've just always done really well in this swim. There's an island to my left, and also to my right I've got a lot of open water. Right to my right, behind me there's another swim. There is like a little tree island in front, and good viewing point from here as well, because I can not just see my swim in my area, I can also see behind me and see if anything is around this little tree island. Sometimes they do show beyond it. Like I said, I'm only using 2 rods, so I've picked obviously island that's in front of me. I've had 50% of my bites from this swim on the island. It used to be quite dangerous on there. There used to be a tree in the water, big old dead tree branch thing, big old snag, and yeah, I lost a lot of carp on it in previous years, but apparently since then they've removed it, and yes they have. I thought it just sunk down, but after talking to a bailiff, he said, yeah, no, they've removed it. I was like, oh, good. No more losing fish on this swim. The one on the island has got a leg clip on that because it's quite a firm bottom, and there is a few rocks as well. You do sometimes land on them. So it is a pretty good firm spot, but I've still got my helicopter set up on the other one because obviously it's a bit more siltier, and the other one is out in the open water. Not that far out, literally at undersling. There is a lovely spot out there that's reasonably firm. It's not super firm, but it's for silt, it's reasonably firm. And pretty much a carp told me where that spot was a few years ago. Yeah, carp showed on the area, bubbling up, and I flicked it on that spot and had a bite straight away, and ever since then that's been my spot in this swim. It takes me a few casts to find that firmer silt, but yes, it is a good spot, and I think maybe it's got naturals on it, and that's the reason why the carp do visit that area. I said that there was a dead tree sort of island in my next swim, and they do go around that and sort of come along, so that is a similar area for where my spot is out in open water, so maybe they use that as a following to go along like a little motorway. But yeah, that's what I've got. I've got match to hatch ocean fruit wafters on both, so I've ditched the spom because then I wanted to create, you know, when it was colder and more miserable, I wanted to create a little bit more extra attraction without putting too much food out there. But it's spring, so I decided obviously to change everything around. We're well into spring now, there's a lot more activity, the carp are on the move a little bit more, so I want to go for a different approach. So I've gone, again, match to hatch wafters on both ocean fruit, and over the top I've got 15mm and 18mm ocean fruit boilies. So I'm only putting like 2 handfuls over each spot. Once I've got a bite, then I put more bait in. Pretty simple tactic, you know. If I need to move as well, it means I can just drop into another swim, flick it out, a few baits over the top of it. Not much of an issue. Less faff, more chance of catching a carp. I have actually seen a carp jump, not that far from the island, so it is looking really good. I'm hoping I'll get a bite soon. The sun's coming out a bit more now, it's looking warmer, so never know. So you're probably wondering what happened on my last session. What happened was I didn't catch anything. I did hook something that wasn't a carp, but won't talk about that because it wasn't what I was here for. I tried, I really gave it to the last moment. I had to cut my session short a little bit because I had to get back and upload a video. But I did see a carp swim around the back of the island. I thought, here we go, here we go. He came onto the island, started feeding, and then just disappeared. So that was my chance gone. He just didn't feed on the right spot. There is a lot of naturals around that island, so maybe it was feeding on those. But I decided to come back. This is the last day that this park is open, really. It's closing for a month, and by the time I get back, it's probably going to be summer, like, well, near enough summer anyway. This is the last kind of spring session before they spawn, so they're going to be at the biggest weight. Some of the original fish are really nice, and I really want to get one. I'm only in this swim because I saw a carp jump on the far side of the tree line, and also a couple of people told me that that's a good area. So I'm thinking, right, okay, people told me, I saw a carp there, that's why I'm here. I'm in this particular swim just for that. It's so foggy and misty though, and really, really shallow. I brought my waders with me as well. The mistiness has annoyed me a little bit because I can't see my spots that I want to fish to. I don't know this swim, so I didn't really know distances and things. So yeah, one rod is out, one rod is on a single, and yes, I did bring 3 rods on this session, and the other rod I can't even put out yet. So I'll let you know about spots and where I'm fishing to and what I'm planning on doing next with the 3rd rod. I'm just going to go and sit in the brolly, and then I'll tell you everything that I'm doing. Well, still really misty out there. Still can't see anything, but it looks like it's clearing a little bit. I've been here like, I don't know, an hour and a half now, and this is the first time I've actually can see more than just a tree line to my right in this swim. But that is the area that I'm picking. I'm going to start with why I've gone back to 3 rods, because last time I was here I thought it was a good idea to come light, get into the swim quick, you know, fish 2 rods, get it really simple, really easy, sort of, you know, get there, get the rods out as fast as possible, give me more of a chance of getting a bite. It didn't really pay off, and I'm thinking this is the last, literally the last time I can fish here until like a month. So I thought, why not bring all 3 rods down here, cover as much area as possible. This is a much more bigger swim as well. There's loads. Oh. Got him. Oh my God. Well, I was literally just going to talk you through, you know, the spots, the baits, everything I'm doing on this session. And believe it or not, just had one. Can't believe this. This is crazy. Yeah, this is actually on a single, believe it or not. No bait out there whatsoever. I couldn't even put any bait out there. I could have just chuck a single, just about saw the tree where I was casting to, got it out there, and yes, got a bite. If I get another bite, I'll try and get it on camera. I'm sure I'll get another bite, but if I don't, at least I've got a carp to show you. I wanted to show you me playing the fish because it was a proper hard battle. Well, have a look at that. 21 pounds. Can't believe it. This is actually on a pop-up. First time I've used a pop-up here. It's the first time I've ever used a pop-up here and caught, because I've tried them before, never had any bites, but thought I'd have a go at a bit of a pink pop-up and have a go, see what happens, you know, and boom, first one, 21 pound. Cannot believe this. What a session already, right at the beginning. Unbelievable, right? Lovely colours on it, amazing carp. Yes, I finally got a bite here. It's a 20 as well. That's exactly what I wanted to catch from this lake. Even though it's not original carp, I'm still well happy with this. Yes, this is so good. Oh, I can't believe it. Right, let's get this one back. Yeah, it's reminder. Oh yes, just want to look at it a bit more. Come on, yes. All right, let's get it back. Oh. Oh. Well, as you can see, the sun's beaming out now, proper beaming down. Yeah, all the mist is cleared now, because a lot's happened since I've had that bite, believe it or not. You think that was it, that was the craziness, but no. I managed to get the rod back out, bang on the money. It was on the spot. I literally went to walk away from the rod, it went off again, and it managed to go all around the corner and snag itself up. So I had to go out there in waders, go and find it. No, it wasn't on. It managed to ditch the hook into a piece of wood around the corner. So that's what happened on that one. I can't believe I had one bite. I've had 2 bites now. That's crazy. On single hook baits as well. Yeah, so that carp, and obviously the second bite that I had was on a 15mm pink ocean fruit washed out pop-up. Bit of a mouthful, but it's basically a pink pop-up that's slightly washed out with ocean fruit flavouring. There you go. I can say it like that if I want. Yeah, just a single, no bait over there whatsoever. I haven't put a single boilie over there. And that is the far tree line, which is, I don't know, 60 yards out maybe, something like that. It's as far as tree lines you can possibly get. I noticed that a few of the carp last time I was here were in areas where they're much more difficult to get to. You're a bit more of a cast to get to, you're getting the right swim, and there's a non-fishing bank all along the far side, so you can't actually get over there, and that's where they've been. I've definitely seen a few over there. Obviously on my last session I saw them, obviously before I didn't see anything really. So yeah, that's what that is. On helicopter setup, because it's really silty in here, and it was very silty on that spot when I landed on it. My first cast, it was very silty, and I thought definitely pop up on that straight away. I've also got another rod out, which is to the left, and there's like a tree that pokes out, and I see a little boil, a little roll underneath it first thing. So I thought, do you know what, put one on there. And it is a bit close to the other line, but I wanted to fish the other one along the far side, and I thought I might as well put that one on there as a chance maybe. But it's very snaggy down there, which I just found out because I had to walk down to that tree. It's very snaggy. Yeah, crazy so far. Absolutely crazy. Also the one that's on the tree sort of comes out, that is on an ocean fruit wafter, tipped off a sinking plastic corn. Yeah, so 15mm wafter, ocean fruit, and a pop-up. Still sticking to ocean fruit, but I thought I'd try plastic. Just try to stick a plastic on it. I used to do that on here and I used to catch quite a lot. Thought I'd try it, bring it back. But it seems to be the pop-up at the moment. I have got a third rod with me. I'm not going to pull it out. I've decided if that is the only spot that's doing bites and I need the space to play the fish, I'm just going to leave 2 rods out. It seems a bit mental, but I've had 2 bites already, so what is the point of me putting out a third rod? It's just going to get in my way. So I'm just going to leave the 2 rods out for now. See what happens. I was definitely looking forward to this session, determined to come back one more time before it ends, and I've managed to catch a decent carp, that is pretty much it. That is what I wanted. I just wanted to catch one decent carp from here, and if I catch anything else after obviously that bite, then it'll be extra, won't it? Extra on top of it. So it looks like I might not have to come back. I might have just done what I wanted to do here, and yeah, so hopefully if I can catch one more, that'd be brilliant. I can get it on camera as well. Unfortunately, when I was putting that carp back, I forgot to press record. Yeah, so there was a lovely release in the water, brilliant shot, and I forgot that it wasn't recording. So yeah, you just didn't see that, I'm afraid. Sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, I think I was so excited I forgot to press record on that one. But yes, looking forward to the rest of the day. I'm going to stay here as long as I think that it's worth staying for and getting more bites. So yeah, let's continue. The morning's still around, so it's always a chance of getting a bite in the morning as well. Less in the afternoon. So yes, I'm going to keep going with it, definitely. I think there's more bites to have. I definitely think there's more bites for today. It's a very shallow spot and there's a lot of carp down there. So yes, I reckon I'll get at least one more. Well, let's see. I'm afraid that is it for me. Didn't get another bite, but things are looking a bit quiet out there. When I turned out, there was loads of activity. There was boshing, rolling. The boshing I couldn't see. Some of the rolling in close I could see. I didn't have to bring more carp, but there was activity out here. It was so activity, it was full of it. And now, absolutely dead. I've not seen a single thing. There is some spawning happening, not on this lake, but on other lakes. It's possible they could be spawning in a different part of the lake and I just don't see them here. And that is the reason. I don't know, but it's so hot, it's so boiling. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. I can't stand being in the waders any longer in this heat. I'm absolutely baking. You have to be in them because it's so shallow here and you have to be able to go out to land the fish. But I don't want to stand, I can't stand it longer. But I've had my carp, I've had what I wanted. I wanted to get either a decent carp or a few bites from here. It was meant to be just a small campaign of trying to catch a carp from my local park lake, and I've accomplished it. And a decent one as well, 21 pound. I'm well happy with that. Can't believe it. I thought I'd maybe get a few mid doubles and there might be a chance to get one of those originals. There's not many of them left in here, so yeah, it is a bit tricky to get them, but yes. I pulled it off, I caught, so that is me done. So all I'm going to say is thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Right, I'm off. See ya.